everybody? It's your boy Heems, and guys, we're back with an article read. It's a sad day. It's day 8. Ew. Guys, Michael B. Jordan and Steve Harvey, they break up, man. I can't believe this. What's going on with this world today? Why nobody wanna stay together? What's going on here? So we're actually going to be reading this title. This is going to be from U.S. Magazine by Miranda Seawalk, and then there's a follow-up article that we're going to read behind that, and that's Steve Harvey's reaction to it. But the title is Micheal B. Jordan and Lori Harvey split after more than 1 year of dating. So over Micheal B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have split after more than 1 year together, U.S. Weekly can confirm. Micheal B. Jordan and Lori Harvey's relationship timeline. And then it shows, it says, people first reported on Sunday, June 4th, that the Creed star 35 and Harvey 25 have broken up. While the twosome have yet to address their romantic status, the influencer has seemingly scrubbed Jordan's presence from her social media profiles at the time of the publication. It says Jordan last posted with Harvey in March and has yet to delete their joint snaps. So he's still actually keeping everything up, or at least for the time being. And it's understandable, too, and like, in a sense, because at the end of the day, you're in a public eye, and you don't want it to come across as like just being like petty. And then it could very well be too at the same time he still has attachments. Because I mean, for them to be together, because that's been the talk almost since like what, late 2020, going into 21. Yeah, yeah, commercials. Friday Night Lights alum who have previously linked to Kiki Lane and Kendall Jenner and Harvey were just first spotted together in late 2020 at both the Atlanta and Salt Lake City airports. They then made their love Instagram officially by January 2021, just as we were talking about. January 2021 with a pair of matching tagged photos. And then the quote says, we just really balance each other. The SKN by LH founder gushed about Jordan during the September 2021 appearance on The Real. I really do believe in the statement when they say, when you know, you know. I think that really applies to our situation. We just have a really good time together. Though Harvey, who was adopted by Steve Harvey when he married her mom, Marjorie Harvey, is a beauty aficionado, the Black Panther actor had a lot to catch up on when they began dating. He learned everything from me, Laura exclusively told Us Weekly in December 2021. He literally used to wash his face with a wet rag. I was like, oh my gosh, no, I need to put some serum and moisturizer and eye cream on you. What's happening? I really taught him the importance of you got to take care of your skin. You got to be diligent. He's good now. He's educated, but he definitely learned from me. Jordan, Tennessee native, eventually made their red carpet debut at the Vanity Fair Oscars party in March, months after Jordan opened up about dating in the public eye. Bobby Jordan's dating history, Lori Harvey, Kendall Jenner, and more. It says, when I was younger, I don't know if I could have handled the onslaught of opinions and being picked apart, and also being conscious of what the other person's going to go through. The Journal of Jordan, the actor, explained during a Hollywood Reporter interview on December 21st. While discussing why he took his relationship with the model public. It takes a special person to deal with that. And in hindsight, I remember because as soon as he did that, then you had people like Future and several other people like just come out of the worst, like basically trying to say like, you know, like she was like basically a used chewing gum, and how everybody had their way with them, and you know Micheal B. Jordan taking her on is like basically taking on everybody else's, you know, trash. He added there's a premeditated planning of staying out of the way of the public eye that sometimes kills spontaneity and intimacy. I wanted to take that away and give this the best chance it had in this weird world that we live in to be somewhat normal. I think it's just the timing of everything. It was the right time for me. Yeah, I'm happy. Now, that was the end of this article, but there was also a part, and that actually came up in another article that I saw. And it basically alluded to the fact that basically it's an age gap difference between them. You know, Lori, she's 25 years old. Micheal B. Jordan is 35, and basically he was trying to pursue things on a more serious tip, and she basically got cold feet, and she didn't want to go through with it. Um, in a it's kind of like what I was just saying in that previous article. When you are, and I don't know, it's kind of like it's just a mixed opinion. And like I said, I'm still trying to analyze this as I go along. So everybody just, take your time with me and bear with me. Is the reputation that she had though, basically like she was basically for the streets and for future and a lot of people to say that. I mean, everybody has to experience, everybody has to date. Um, nobody is like just innocent or just clean slate. You do have some very few who, but then again, it's like you have to live damn near in a box or in a bubble or just really are not that much of a people person. Um, with that being said, in most cases, you shouldn't judge. Um, but when you hear stuff like, because that was thrown out, and then like it was always like a reaction to Michael B. Jordan, and it was like, is it to see like, is he gonna bite? But of course, dude is he's well known, he's well made, he's well beyond, he's equipped for this type of stuff. So of course he's not gonna react to it. Um, it was just a feeling I had got seeing them together, hearing the rumors about her and her reputation. Um, I just didn't see it lasting too long. Wishful thinking would have been that it did. Wishful thinking would be that hey, they would get back together at some point in time. But I it's just one of those like she doesn't. They're both like as far as like where they are in their lives and then their experiences. I feel like it's night and day. As far as goals are concerned, I think it's even their own definition of love or their status or where they're trying to be. I think it's two different things. But yeah, it was basically one of those Michael B. Jordan. He wanted to shoot the shot, and she turned him down. And he's looking for something more. And obviously, that's not either she was not in that right mind frame at that moment, or she never had no plans of it at all, and she was just just trying to ride the wave. And I don't just necessarily mean that like as if like ride. I'm just talking about just ride the wave for the sake of the dating experience. Just go with it. But one thing I will say, like in hindsight, sometimes with the dating, it's like you want to. On one hand, it's cool to just have fun, but you definitely want to know where your partner is at some point. If either or is trying to get serious, or if either or had already had an initial plan of trying to settle down, because then you get in situations like this where now you're trying to let them know, or you're thinking on your side that hey, things are going good, maybe this is it, but you're not always in that other person's mind on a day-to-day basis to know what they think or how they feel or what a certain thing or situation may mean to them. Everybody has their own version. It's like people could be in the same room and look at this, and we all could come up with a different theory of what we think this is. Of course, we're all going to come out and say that this is a tripod, but everybody's going to have their own version of what they think that this might actually be. But then there's between both those individuals and then thusness exactly what is in that situation, and what is at this moment is that they're broken up. But the next article, guys, this is with Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey addresses Lori Harvey and Micheal B. Jordan's breakup, and this is on E! News by Just Cohen. And it says, during the June 6th episode of Steve Harvey's morning show, Lori's dad confirmed reports about his daughter and the Creed actor going their separate ways. As for how he feels about the relationship coming to an end, Steve joked, I feel fine, I'm fine, I still got to go to work, still got to take care of my family. I'm Team Lori 1000%, he added. Of course he would be. That's his daughter. She's my daughter. I love her. I support her. Steve went on to note that it's hard to have a successful relationship in the spotlight. Look, as long as everybody can walk away in peace, be friends. I ain't heard nobody say they busted no windows or nothing, he said. As long as you don't put hands on my daughter, I don't give a damn what you do. He's still a cool guy from what I know. It's a breakup. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. People break up all the time. Quote Stevie, who's been married 3 times, added before referencing his own relationship history. I just wish I could have broke up without the cost factor. I got to start learning from my children. Get out early. I waited too late. Lori, 25, and Michael, 35, first spark romance rumors in late 2020. Yep. Yeah, we already saw that part. Yeah, quits post breakup. Right to arrival. Eyewitnesses told he didn't do too much cheering. He wasn't, and they say he basically went to a game and stuff too, and like, but it was a. I'm gonna have to find that article, and I'm gonna try to post that at some point in time, either like in the community, so that anybody that wants to follow up with that article, they can. But it pretty much came to him wanting to set things up, and like it's kind of funny, like hearing Steve Harvey's thought process on it. But at the same time, it's like as a parent, it's really not much to say. And at this point, they're way past grown, and he doesn't know the full scenario. But granted, he's gonna follow his daughter 1,000%. But it's kind of ironic that he's talking about like his relationships and his previous relationships and talking about like leaving out sooner. So you could take it as a joke. You could also joke about well his life and his situation. But if there is a gold nugget to take out of his what he just said is, it's better to learn things early before you get too heavily invested. It's a lot of people out there on both ends of the spectrum, both the man to the woman, or woman to the man, or any other preferences of a person's choice, and either or party, and you put in the time, you put in the effort, and either for whatever reason things just simply don't work out. You find out in either a easier way, well, no easier way. You find out either you both have that sit down, or you find out in the worst kind of ways, other ways possible, and then it just feels like well crap. But we have this, we have that, we even have kids, and it's like now you got a whole other fight that you got to deal with. But that's not the case right now with them, and I don't say that to say it lightly or to make light of their situation, because at the end of the day, it was just as real to them, their relationship, as anybody else's. But I don't know. I was just one of those like when I watched it, it was like I kind of saw it coming. I saw this because it just didn't feel like it was gonna last, and then you got Future, you got all these people just like chiming in and just saying anything. And of course, these guys can be trolls on situations. You see even like with 50 Cent, but then it's like you don't necessarily want to judge the person you're with based off of what you hear. You always want to go in, you know, with your own set of eyes. But I don't know. In that situation, it seemed like it kind of in that moment felt like that was where you should have heeded the warning when everybody kind of said like, well, nah, she's for the streets, man. Da 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 da. And of course, you're gonna get the reverse out. Well, what about men? Same thing. Hey, if you hear of it, oh, this dude's a dog, he a cheater, he does this, he do that. Yeah, heed the warning. Um, but then again, if you do decide to give him, a fair shake, or you give her a fair shake, just like they say, proceed with caution, protect yourself at all times, and just take accountability when it goes wrong, or at least say, well, hey, I heard it. I still at least want to give them the benefit of the doubt, at least so that way, at least for the sake of my experience, I can confirm if that stuff was true or if this stuff wasn't. But guys, what were your thoughts on this article read? We haven't done one in about a few weeks. If you guys liked it, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. What were your thoughts on this subject? I mean, did you see it coming? Did you see Micheal B joining them, like, getting, having the dogs, the cats, the picket fence, and all that? Or did you see all that come crashing down? Do you think they're going to actually get back together? Or do you think it's going to be, pretty much the end of it from here out? You think he's going to go full Killmonger at this point? What do you guys think? To everybody, guys, if you did like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video. Share this channel. If you have suggestions, guys, on article reads, reaction videos, try not to laugh, and so forth, guys, please don't hesitate to put as many as you can down in the comment section, guys. If you want to catch me I stream Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern with late starts between 6:15 and 6:35. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Trovo, D Live. Follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord for updates and more. But to everybody, this is your boy Heems Cats Game. Sign off for another one. I'll see you guys soon with more content. To everybody out there, peace. Till the next video. And guys, we're actually back real quick, guys, with a little bonus clip. And yes, we do actually have that article. So guys, bear with me for just a moment as I try to get everything set up. Okay. So yeah, actually that article, this is actually what talks about their breakup. So it says, and this one is from Los Angeles Times. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey reportedly are completely heartbroken, and this one's by Christina Garcia. It said, Creed actor Michael B. Jordan and model Lori Harvey have reportedly ended their relationship after being together for about a year and a half. Harvey's stepfather seemed to further confirm the split Monday during the Steve Harvey Morning Show, when the host Steve Harvey said he had heard about the couple's breakup and wished them well. And it goes on to say where he says, I'm Team Lori 1000%. She's my daughter. I love her. I support her. He said, like I tell everybody, things happen. It's hard to be young and in the limelight and have a successful relationship. Representatives for both Jordan and Harvey did not immediately respond Monday to the Times' request for comments. This is the Black Panther star 35 and SKN by Lori Harvey, founder 25, said they met years ago through mutual friends. They were first romantically linked in November 2020 and went Instagram official in January 2021. Jordan, who is notoriously private and even spoke openly about the romance in a December interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and gave Harvey plenty of real estate on his Instagram grid during the relationship. Meanwhile, she has apparently scrubbed his presence from her page, according to US Weekly, so she pretty much wiped him off the grid. The two made their red carpet debut this year at the 2022 Vanity Fair Oscars party. A source close to Harvey told People Michael matured a lot over the course of their relationship and was ready to commit for the long term. However, the source said that Harvey wasn't ready to commit and that she was very focused on her career. But that's not to say that the breakup has been easy for either of them. Michael and Lori are both completely heartbroken, and they still love each other, the source told People. On Sunday, okay, well, even before we even go on that, okay, well, if they love each other so much, then why the hell did they break up? On Sunday, the A Journal for Jordan actor was spotted at the NBA Finals game between the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics after the Chase Center posted a 12-second clip of expressive Jordan on Twitter. Many retweeted the meme ready video commenting on the breakup. One user wrote with sad emojis, I feel so bad for him, like I literally can feel this vid. Another tweet, he looked like he is hurt. This is the look of pure pain. And guys, that's actually the end of the video, or end of the article. So yeah, that pretty much confirmed it. It basically came down to, man, the dude proposed, she wasn't ready, and I'm trying to say this carefully because I don't want to create no controversy or anything like that. And I'm not. And for the record, let me put this out as a disclosure. Anything I say is not the valid truth. This is just strictly my opinion. My opinion based off of my observation on a lot of things. Um, and at any point in time, I am willing to change my opinion. I am willing to change and be corrected. Just to anybody out there who is watching this video, or if you have a take on this, if you have your own set of opinions on it, by all means, you're more than welcome to interject it. Just as I'm taking the approach to do this respectfully, I ask the same thing in return. Otherwise, any comments that are negative, you know what happens. It's starting to become like a trend right now to me, and I'm trying to say this even without digging too deep into anybody that wants to talk more about it. We could talk about it off video, but it's a trend that's just really going around with a lot of stuff with relationships. Relationships are not the same as they were before. You have a lot of basically everybody trying to be independent. They're trying to monopolize. They're trying to do their own thing. It's like there's no real compromise. And on one hand, you're going to have people that are going to say, well, when I was out there, I did this and that, and, half the people that I was with, they wasn't about anything. So you have some people that will say basically from that standpoint, like, for example, if I were to say, dating is if, like, oh, well, I've dated, so, I don't date because, everybody's trash or this, and that. You have people who will sometimes use certain things as like a defensive mechanism to cover for a lot of things. I mean, for real, and I'm not trying to say it lightly or to throw. I feel like honestly, like the daughter Lori Harvey, she's well established. I mean, your father Steve Harvey, and yet being in the same similar kind of situation, you don't want to be in the shadows necessarily of somebody else, so you want to create for yourself, and that's fine too. But that being said, you can do those things while being in a relationship. The thing is it's all about compromise. Um, and compromising is being able to sit down and really talk. There's a difference between people don't understand the definition sometimes, I believe, of compromise. You know, compromise and sacrifice tends to get a little bit mixed up in there, and you do to some degree have to make sacrifices, but it's like it balances each other out as long as everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. But sometimes you could be in a situation and all you're doing is you're not really compromising. You're just sacrificing. You're sacrificing your energy. You're sacrificing your soul. You're sacrificing your time. You're sacrificing your personal being, while another person is not giving you anything at all. But one thing I would like to point out is that I don't. The thing that a lot of people don't do is we don't take accountability. We're quick to hit the button as a society, as a human race, to say, well, oh, well, that person, or, you know, people ain't this, or, you know, that's why I don't date. No, it's the people that you chose to date that tend to leave the bad taste in your mouth or make you be in the headspace or take a certain course of action or route to where you're doing. With that, and where I'm going with that is to say that Lori Harvey, she's had her fair share, because like it's been talks that she's basically for the streets. You have Future, you had so many people that just basically outright dogged her, and of course when it all came out, Micheal B. Jordan didn't say anything. Lori herself played a professional, and but it's like it's a red flag. That was red flags, you know, all these people, because either they're just teasing just to tease, or they really meant that. And it's one of those, nobody's innocent. Everybody has experience. Everybody is. I heard this from a former person before. It's, you know, after a while, everybody has their mileage, you know, as far as like, you know, being out there, you know, the dating scene. Um, but sometimes being out in that depends on that individual being out in that dating scene. It could tend to sometimes kind of warp certain stuff. So then it's like, now it's like it's all about this versus it can be a balance. You know, to sit there and just, oh, I'm focused on my career, but you was what to stop you from being on your career. Micheal B. Jordan was on his career too. He's still doing that too. He's working on Creed 3. What's the problem? You know, where was but dude is basically, he's just at that point where it's like he wanted to settle down. He thought she was the one, and she just wasn't going for it. It's a damn shame, because it's like, and it's just one of those things where it's like being in that situation, you you can relate to it, because it's like you basically at the end of the day, it don't matter what happened. You know, bills don't stop, life don't stop. You have to maintain and, you know, still maintain your livelihood, and at the same time still try to make sense of everything. But I just don't feel like at that point she wasn't for him, you know. And it's probably outside of us looking into this, it was more signs. It was a lot of signs that was probably there. And one thing that's just helped me cast down is just that, you know, everybody's human too. It don't matter what your status is. Like, it's rich people that go through the same exact thing as people that are wealthy that gets cheated on, divorced, broken up with. Everybody's the same. Everybody goes through it. I just wish in this day and age, and with the dating world, I just wish things was a little bit better. Um, it's not to say that there's nothing out there. It's not to say that people can't find anything, but it's like you just really gotta really take your time and pay attention, and you also just can't lose your way or get discouraged in the midst of doing so, so much so that you become bitter, or you take certain stances to where you basically cut yourself off from opportunities of actually having something. But guys, that was the bonus clip I wanted to add on to the end of the original video. I will see you guys soon with more content to everybody out there. Peace to the next video.